Coming up on the Believers Nugget video podcast, we're talking about where we've been the last couple of weeks, what's coming up this week, and also on today's show, we are delving into the topic of 3 business lessons you can learn from former President Barack Obama.
Yeah. Woo. You were tuned in to Believers Nugget video podcast. Guaranteed you gon' love it. Ayy, if you own a business or a side hustle, we came to inspire, motivate, and get it jumping. Woo. Yeah, Believers Nugget is the right place. Join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, live on Facebook, and we get it hype. Yeah, with your host Devontae Live. Let's go. We gon' do it like this and like that. Time for Believers Nugget video podcast. Push it to the limit, never hold back. Time for Believers Nugget video podcast.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You're watching the Believers Nugget video podcast with me, your boy, Devontae Live, where small business owners, entrepreneurs, and people trying to get their side hustles off the ground come to get inspired. Thank you for joining me on today. We have a jam-packed show on today. Yes, we do. But before we get to everything we have to get to in today's show, I have to talk about a couple things, like about where we've been, where we're going, and what the look like for me and you right here on this show. Well, first off, I want to start by thanking you for tuning in, because without you, our sponsors would not have picked us up from the pre-show and decided to stay with us all the way throughout season 1. So I want to say thank you to all of you who tune in and support the show, and not only support the show, but you support me as the host, and you've created a community. So I do appreciate that, and I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means so much to me. And without you tuning in, this show would not be possible at all. So thank you. The second thing, besides thanking all of you, yes, thank you. Besides thanking all of you, we are going to be doing a lot of new things in these last 6 weeks of 2018 that are going to take us into and set us up for first quarter, for the first quarter of 2019. So one of the things we are going to be doing differently, or in addition to the show, is we are going to start doing live whiteboard master classes. Yes, live whiteboard master classes with me teaching right here in this very studio in front of a whiteboard. And this Friday, yes, we are having a class on Black Friday, so be there or be square right here on the page. We are going to air it live on Periscope, on Facebook, and on YouTube, so you don't want to miss this class. And what this class is about how to become a content marketing machine in 2019. And we put together all of our latest tricks, all of our latest tactics and tips that we are utilizing here as a company with the Believers video podcast, and not only what we are using here and what I'm using personally for my brand Devontae Live, but we are putting in a few other tips and tricks, and you're going to want to be here and watching it live at 6:30, because this show, this masterclass in particular, if you are not here to watch it live, it will only be available for replay for 48 hours, so until Monday morning at 9 a.m. After Monday morning at 9 a.m., the show goes away, and you'll want to tune in to find out how you'll be able to see the show and to get your copy of the free version of the show, because this masterclass that is taking place on Friday is going to be huge. and it's going to be so huge, and I don't want to give too much away, but I will tell you that this training is going to be turned into a couple different things, and you'll want to tune in to see what is going to be turned into and to see how we can help you develop your brand and to develop your contents company. Can't talk right now. Maybe because I'm thinking about all that food that's coming on Thursday, but in the same moment, it's all that food I gotta cook. Are you feeling the same way? Well, what I was trying to say, and the words I was trying to get out is, we do want you to tune in because we want to teach you as a brand how to develop content and how to just get your content out there in very mass production levels, just like we do here for us and for the show and for so many of our clients. So now that we got all of that out of the way, now let's get into today's topic of 3 business lessons you will learn from President Barack Obama, the United States 44th president. But before we do that, I want to give a quick shout out to our show sponsors for making this show possible. I want to give a shout out to the Just Believe Promotional Marketing Group for bringing this show to you as they did throughout the first season, and for picking this show up and bringing it to you for an inaugural season. We would not be here without them, so I want to say thank you to all of the people who I deal with on a daily basis at that company, and who really just help us to make this show possible. So thank you, I love you, Air 5 to you. And for a limited time only, they have overhauled their website. Yes, they've overhauled their website. So if you go to their website, the link is down below. The Just Believe Marketing website is called justbelievemarketing.com. If you go there right now, you will be able to subscribe to the Believe Nation bot. And what the Believe Nation bot will allow you to do in subscribing is you'll get notified in your Facebook Messenger app every time we go live, every time we make a post to Facebook or YouTube, and just anytime we want to just shoot you a quick hello and you want to chat to us, you'll be notified. So now we can get into today's show. 3 lessons you are going to learn and that we all have learned from former President Barack Obama. First lesson we learned from President Barack Obama is the ability of communicating effectively, because as a business owner and as a marketer and entrepreneur and as someone who is trying to develop a side hustle into a business, if you don't know how to communicate effectively, you will not succeed in business, flat out. Whether it's the business of politics, whether it's the business of marketing, business of landscaping, whatever business industry you're in, if you do not know how to communicate effectively, you will not win. You will not succeed, because if you don't know how to communicate effectively, how can you make a sale? It just got real quiet. And you're just staring at the computer screen or at your cell phone device and saying, I am about to click off here. Well, click off here. I want you to click off here. Because, yes, if you don't know how to communicate effectively, you won't know how to sell. Communication is key, people. If you don't know how to communicate effectively, how do you make sales? How not only how do you make sales, but how do you keep your customers satisfied? How do you keep them happy? How do you retain them? You can't do any of these things if you don't know how to communicate. And not only can you not do any of these things if you don't know how to communicate, but how can you build a team? How can you develop a product and talk to the right manufacturers and the right developers of certain apps that you're having developed? And how can you, for your clothing line, talk to the right T-shirt designers and things of that nature that you need to talk with if you don't know how to communicate with them in a business mindset or a business framework effectively. Now, granted, this skill is learned over time. You won't start off knowing how to communicate effectively, but if you put in the work, you will be an effective communicator. Because when you're the President of the United States, you not only are the Commander-in-Chief, but in some ways you have to be the Communicator-in-Chief too, because you have to console people at times. Not only do you have to console people at times, but you have to give orders. Not only do you have to console people and give orders, but you have to make sure you're understood clearly when you are communicating. So, the ability to communicate effectively is the first thing former President Barack Obama taught us. But the second thing he taught us is the ability of setting goals and making decisions. Because if you don't know how to set goals and to hit the goals and to make the decisions that you need to make to obtain that goal, what are you in business for? I'm being serious right now. What are you in business for? Why are you watching this show if you aren't trying to achieve the goals that you set out in place? There's no point for you to be watching or listening to the Believer's Nugget video podcast if you don't know how to not only set goals, but to make the right decisions, to make the appropriate decisions that you need to make in order for you to achieve that goal. It's not enough to set a goal and to not hit it. Maybe you don't hit that goal on the time target that you set. Maybe you don't achieve that goal in the first time or the first go around, but baby, if you get back up again and you go after, you will achieve that goal. You know, someone once told me, and now I go around saying it because I truly do believe it in my heart. Number one, when you're trying to achieve your goal, if you fall down, you can look up, and if you can look up, you can get up. Donnie McClurkin, the famous gospel award-winning gospel artist, said, "We fall down, but we get back up." You see, when obtaining your goals and trying to achieve them, it's not all about how you fall, baby. It's all about how you get back up, because it's in the getting back up that you can get mad. Yes, simply get mad. Make a decision to achieve the goal. Like I said, you won't achieve the goal all the time on the first go around. You won't achieve or hit the goal on time, but baby, if you get back up again, if you make the decision to, if you fall down, to look up and to get back up again, if you make the decision, you will succeed. You will hit that goal. Make the decision. Get mad. And decide to get back up again and to go after that goal you set. Maybe you set the goal of bringing on X number of clients in X number of days, but you miss the goal by 2 days, and you only brought on 1 client, but your goal was to bring on 5 clients in 30 days. But you brought in 1 client in 32 days. Well, baby, you still got 6 more weeks in 2018 to obtain that goal. And instead of taking a break, trying to eat turkey, and then going Black Friday shopping and Cyber Monday shopping, and to all the Christmas parties, put in that time that you were going to put in near over the next 6 weeks into your business and trying to get 5 new additional clients. It doesn't matter that you didn't hit the goal in the last 30 days. What does matter is that you get those new 5 clients, and now you have 6 clients, and you hit your goal by getting the amount of clients you said you wanted to get, but you were off by the time. That's all right, baby, because if you now retain those clients on a month-to-month basis, that's all you need. So not only do we learn from President Barack Obama the art of communicating effectively, but we also learned the ability of how to set goals and to make decisions. And the last thing we learned from President Barack Obama is the art of how to motivate others to succeed and to go after the life that they want when they are under pressure. Baby, because I am telling, listen up, Believe Nation, I am telling you right now that tragedy will come, failures will come, setbacks will come, and they will come hard as hell. I am telling you that right now. They will come hell or high water. But what you need to do, and the reason why you tune into this show, and the lesson I learned from President Barack Obama, the reason why I do this show, and I told you at the top of the show, is to inspire you and to motivate you to get back up again and to go after your goals. That's why so many of you have tuned in. That's why 40,000 of you over the past 9 episodes have decided to tune in and to take me serious in what I'm talking about. Because I'm here to motivate you. I'm here to inspire you. And sometimes I'm here to entertain you, yes, because I do get tongue twisted sometimes. But in the tongue twisting of the words, I am motivating you. And I'm inspiring you to get up and to go after the life you want. Because you can be a successful entrepreneur. You can turn that side hustle of yours into a cash cow that is thus turned into a 6, 7, 8-figure business. But baby, you can't do it if you don't learn to turn your setbacks into a comeback. Because that's where entrepreneurs, that's where million-dollar businesses are created. Yes, Apple had some setbacks. Yes, Nike has some setbacks too. And it's because of those setbacks. Excuse me. It's because of those setbacks. It's because of those setbacks that they were able to come back, and that they're as big a company as they are now. Let's take Michael Jordan, for instance. Yes, I talk a lot about Mike, because Mike is a story and a person that we all can relate to. We all know Mike J. Yes, and what MJ did is MJ took all the setbacks in his time his career of not making his high school varsity basketball team, of not making his high school junior varsity team his freshman year. He took all of that, and not only just did he take that energy, he took the energy of missing the game, missing over 2,600 shots, and missing the game-winning shot 26 times, and he turned all those setbacks into a comeback. And I'm asking you right now, will you take the opportunity right now to continue not only watching this show, but to turn all of your setbacks, all of your hindrances, all of your trials, all of your tribulations? Will you take the time right now to not only continue watching the show, but to turn those into a comeback so you can be successful, even more successful than you are right now? So if you're willing to do that, I'm telling you, baby, you have learned the 3 principles, are the 3 lessons you needed to learn from former President Barack Obama. 3 business lessons to take your business to the next level. Well, we're all out of time for you today on this episode of the Believer's Nugget video podcast. Tune in on Wednesday when we come back and we do it all again. It's been a pleasure, everybody. I'm your boy, Devontae Live, and I'm saying peace, because I'm out.